Hello and welcome to episode 5 of Not Very Athletic. Yes, welcome back to episode 5 of Not Very Athletic. I'm Wes, and in today's episode we'll be taking on Stockport and Harrogate in the Vanarama National League North. Now, since you were last with me, we've had quite a few things going on at the club, not just involving matches, because we have had a very good run of form, but we've also had a few transfers in and out. And as you can see from the finance section of the screen on the right hand side, we are very much in the black. We've got nearly £1 million in the bank, and that is as a result of selling just one player. Now we'll have a look at the transfers so you can see we sold our 16-year-old top goal scorer Stephen Rowe to Wolves. We sold him for £750,000. I had very much interest, I had a lot of interest in him from quite a few clubs up in the Championship and League One, and I couldn't afford to not let him go. Although he was our top goal scorer, he scored 14 goals for us, 17 in all competitions. 17 in all competitions. 14 in the league, an average rating of 6.95 from 28 appearances. I really could not afford to keep him at that money. I couldn't afford to turn that down, because at this level that is a fantastic amount of money to get for a player. So unfortunately it does mean that we have lost our top goal scorer, but we have brought in some new players as well since he went, and just before he went as well. We've brought in James Marwood, a 27-year-old English winger, plays on the right wing. He has a 3.5-star current and potential ability. We signed him on a free. He was released by Gateshead 2 years ago, so he hasn't played. He's had a season out of football entirely. He's only been down at this level a couple of times before. He's played for Blyth and Halifax, but he was previously in the Newcastle Academy, so I'm hoping that he can do well for us. He has made one appearance. He scored on his debut, an average rating of 7, but he did go out injured straight away in that match. About 10 minutes after he scored, he went out injured with a groin strain. He's got about another 5 to 10 days left before he's back from injury. We also managed to sign Sylvan Ebanks-Blake, someone I know very much about in Football Manager. I've used him several times before in previous years. I know a lot about him because he's formerly the Man United Academy. We got him on a free transfer. He was released by AFC Telford, having not made a single appearance for them this season. We signed him on a free. He's made 3 appearances for us, but hasn't scored yet and hasn't performed very well. But he's more of a he's a bit of a backup for us. And someone you'll recognise from my 0 to hero save from the time at FC United, Jack Blackford. He's 19 years old, English winger. He's got a 2.5-star current ability, but a 5-star potential ability, and we all know what he's capable of from when he was with us at FC United in 0 to hero. Hopefully he can have a similar sort of impact at the moment in this save, but at the moment he's not made an appearance for us yet because he's not match fit. He's only just joined us. We also let Ashton Holgate go. He was moaning that he wasn't getting the football that he wanted. We'd brought in Marwood to replace him already, and we let him go on a free to lower stuff. He had made one appearance for us all season, and considering how he's playing for lower stuff in the 9 games he's played, with an average rating of 6.35, I'm glad I let him go, to be honest. It got him out of the club, and means that bad influence has gone. Now, I haven't just squandered the wage budget, the transfer budget I was given, because I was given about 110,000 once I sold Stephen Rowe, and I didn't just squander it on players. I've reinvested it in scouting so we can bring in better players next season. I've upgraded our scouting package to the middle tier package, which gives us covers players in our division and the surrounding divisions. And I've also upgraded our youth package because we didn't have a youth package, and that's gone to the Vanarama North South package, which is the lowest possible package, but it means we'll be able to scout some decent youngsters and players for the future. And of all the players I brought in, I didn't spend any money. It's cost me some wage budget, but the players didn't cost a penny in transfer budget. Now on to the results we've had since the last episode. We've been on a terrific run of form. We find ourselves in 10th place in the Vanarama National League North. Yeah, since you were last with me when we had that double header against Gainsborough over the Christmas period, where we lost at home and then beat them away from home, we have only lost one game since that episode. We followed up the 2-1 win at Gainsborough with a 3-2 win at home against Tamworth. Got 2 goals from Gary Jones and 1 from Lewis Robinson in that match. We then beat Spennymoor 1-0 away from home. Stephen Rowe with the only goal there for us. Then we beat North Ferriby, who were bottom of the table at that point. We beat them 3-2 away from home. An own goal got us off to a flying start 3 minutes in. Then Stephen Rowe and Gary Jones added to the scoreline. It did get a bit close towards the end when they brought it back to 3-2 with a minute to go, but we managed to see that one out. We then drew against Blythe Spartans at home, who were in the playoffs at the time. So a draw against them was a decent result, but we then stepped it up in the game after that, and we beat Brackley 1-0 away from home. Lewis Robinson with the only goal in that game for us. We then beat Curzon Ashton 2-1 at home. Lewis Robinson and James Marwood with the goals there. Marwood making his debut and then getting injured for us just after he scored. And finally, in our last game, we did lose 4-1 against Leamington, who were in a playoff spot at the time. We went 2-0 down. We managed to get a goal back from Josh Doherty, and then we just crumbled and it went to 4-1 and we couldn't come back into it. Nobody played particularly well. Curtis O'Beng on a 4.4 for that game was absolutely awful. So he's been dropped. And like I said, today we're going to play Stockport, who are in 13th, and Harrogate, who are in 15th. And the league table looks like this at the moment. We're 10th place, only 3 points behind Leamington in 7th at the bottom of the playoffs there. So we do stand a very good chance of qualifying for the playoffs this season. But that's not what our goals are. Our goals are just to try and consolidate mid-table. But we've got no danger of being relegated now, because we're nearly 20 points clear of Spennymoor in 20th place. We would probably have to lose every single game between now and the end of the season in order for that to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. So we've got, I think it's 15 games left to play this season. Maybe a few less, I can't remember. But yeah, we do stand a very good chance of qualifying for the playoffs this season if we can keep the form going that we've got. So we'll go into the tactics for the first game and introduce you to the starting 11 that we're going with against Stockport away from home today. Okay, so this is the starting 11 we're going for against Stockport. We're going with Dorber in goal, back four of Pritchett, Suka, Arthur Worry, and Obeng's going to be dropped actually because of his poor performance. Bringing Mitchell Nelson for him, who's played well when Obeng was out injured, so we'll keep faith with him. A midfield of Jones and Makaka, with Hill, Robinson and Doherty playing in behind Lawson, who's up front on his own. On the bench we have Weslowski, Obeng, Graham, Ebanks Blake and Fag Boller. playing on a counter mentality structured team shape with a few team instructions that we've added as we've been working our way into this tactic. It's working quite well. We seem to go structured away from home, and then we'll go on to standard when we're at home, depending on who we're playing really. If they're a team in form, then we will go on counter, but we can change it up during the game, just to kind of adapt to the game as we go through it. The two Manchester clubs in this division are still fighting it out for first place. We've got a corner early on, and Jones forcing a save, I think it was, out of the keeper. Jones now with the free kick. He's scored a few free kicks for us now this season. But again, forcing a save. I don't know if that was a save or whether it was a over the bar. It just happened too quickly for me to notice. We're only 16 minutes in, and we've had a few chances already. We've had 4 shots, 1 on target. They have yet to have a shot. So we are dominating so far. We haven't got as much possession, but we're playing on counter, so we don't play with a lot of possession these days. They've just had a shot that's gone wide. That's their first shot of the game. Potentially, if we win and things stay as they are, we could go into playoffs in this episode, or at the end of this game. Because I believe Leamington are losing. They're drawing at the moment, but they're down to 10 men, so hopefully Blythe can pick up a win against them, and that will give us our route into the playoffs. We have got another highlight, but we're defending, and we have gone 1-0 down 40 minutes in. Poor defending from us, really. That was only a half chance for them. Neither team making a clear-cut chance so far in this game. It was a pretty decent ball through and an easy cross, but our marking was nowhere, really. So we've got to come back. We've got plenty of time to come back. We're nearly at the end of the first half now. Nobody playing particularly well for my team. I think we're going to be going on to standard in the second half, just to try and get forward a bit more. We have gone in at half time at 1-0 down, and when we start I am going to switch us up to counter. Leave us on structured though. They've only had 3 shots, 1 on target, and that 1 shot on target was their goal. And we have had less possession. They're all playing pretty well, or pretty average, but we're all not playing well at all. And we've defended a corner, and we've given away another corner. Hopefully we can defend this one as well. Lawson with the header out. And that's the end of that highlight. We need to take this opportunity. I know York have gone up into 7th as things stand, so we probably won't go into the playoffs. If we win today, we will be just 2 points behind them. But we do stand a chance of getting into the playoffs by the end of this episode. But in order to do that, we need to win this game. We're 70 minutes in now, and we haven't had a single highlight so far, second half. So it's time to change things around. Blake's going to be coming on. You're going to get your first look at him since joining the club. We've picked up quite a few yellow cards, I've noticed. I think Robinson not playing well, so we're going to bring Graham on for him, Jordan Graham, and we'll play him as an advanced playmaker on attack. Doherty and Hill not playing well, but we haven't got any wingers on the bench at the moment. Mitchell Nelson not playing well, so we're going to bring him off. We'll make a triple substitution. He's not playing well and on a yellow card, so that's a red card waiting to happen. And we don't want to go down to 10 men and be chasing a game with just 10 men on the pitch. Suka missing an interception. Has he just given away a penalty? Arthur Worry's just been sent off. I don't understand what just happened. It all happened so quickly, and Arthur Worry has been sent off. I think we've given away a penalty, or a free kick at the very least. And just as I got rid of one defender on a yellow card, the other one gets sent off. I mean, we have given away a free kick. At least it's not a penalty. But we're now down to 10 men. We've given away a corner now as well. This is where they're going to be making their chances pay. But Dorber holds on to that, and we get away with it. We need to go on to attacking now. We need to go flexible as well. We'll have a look at the team instructions as well. We're going to pump the ball into the box. We're going to go more direct and be more expressive. And we're going to close down more, and we're going to play a higher tempo because we need to try and get a goal back and at least draw this game. we're not being as dominant as we were in the first half. They've been all over us. They've just taken a while to get started. We're into stoppage time already, and we've not had another highlight since those changes I made. Dorber with the goal kick though, trying to find Doherty, but he can't. Obeng now forward to Ebanks Blake, who's through on goal, and he didn't even hit the target, and I think that's going to be it. It is. That's full time, and we have lost 1-0, unfortunately. It was going to be difficult when we went down to 10 men to even come back into it. I mean, Arthur Worry was out injured for a little bit, and that's actually his first game back after injury, and he gets himself sent off. And I'm going to issue him with a warning. We've been fined as well because of the amount of bookings we had in that game. We've been fined £500. We'll come back when we're ready for our next game against Harrogate. Okay, so once again my mic decided to not work, so I'll show you the starting 11. We've brought in Jason Gilchrist on a transfer from Southport. We've signed him because he's scored 16 goals in the league so far this season, and we need a proven goal scorer because our strikers just aren't scoring. We've also brought in Jack Blackford on the left wing to replace Hill because he wasn't playing very well. Fagboller's in for the suspended Arthur Worry, who got sent off in the last game. Other than that, unchanged side, and hopefully we can get a better result than what we did against Stockport. We've got quite a lot of possession early on in this game, but we haven't yet had a shot. We've got a highlight now. Makaka to Jones. Plays it forward to Gilchrist, who's through on goal, and he forces a save out of the Harrogate keeper. Already looking like a good signing. 22,000 we paid for him. Makaka with the ball to Robinson, who loses out. Makaka again, and we can't get anywhere. Jones now with the ball. Can he do anything with it? Gets it to Makaka, to Robinson. Suka now, and that's the end of the highlight. I was hoping we was going to get another chance. We're still in 10th place as things stand, and Pritchat's just cleared one off the line, and Dorber makes the save to concede the corner. Can we clear it? Gilchrist with the head out, and we're trying to break free, but we can't. We've lost possession again. We've pushed them right the way back to their keeper, and that's the end of the highlight. We're only 6 points off Southport, who are in 7th, but we've just taken their top goal scorer off them. So hopefully they will fall away and we'll make them catchable. We've dropped down to 11th as things stand. Robinson now to Doherty, Blackford to Jones, Blackford again, and on his debut, Jack Blackford, proving why I should have brought him in the first place. He's put us 1-0 up, 24 minutes in. It was all from this throw-in. Robinson lost out. Doherty played it to Blackford, who played it to Jones, and then back to Blackford with a first-time finish. Keeper wasn't getting to that one. It was a good finish from him. That's what we all know he can do. We've seen it at FC United, and we've just narrowly avoided equalising straight from the kick-off afterwards. They hit the post. They were unlucky. But we seem to be playing a lot better in this game than we did against Stockport. And that will put us only 3 points behind York and Southport in the playoffs. So potentially in the next few games we could move up and move into the playoffs later on in the season. Looks like we're going to go in at half-time 1-0 up, and we have. We've only made one clear-cut chance and we've scored it. We're going to tell Lewis Robinson to ease off the tackles. We're going to go out second half and more of the same. Would be nice if Gilchrist can get himself a goal, but I remember when we played him at FC United, he did struggle up front on his own, and he's struggling up front on his own again. Gilchrist now with the ball, he loses out, and we're defending. They're through on goal, and they blazed it over the bar. We were lucky there. We have got more of possession. We've only had 9 shots to their 11 though. We've had 3 shots on target, they've had 7. So they've been quite accurate with their shooting. We've obviously been defending well. Dorber's having a good game on a 7.0 at the moment. Gilchrist with the ball to Doherty, who loses out. And we're defending yet again. They're hitting us on the counter, and that is 1-1. 63 minutes in, we finally conceded the equaliser. Doherty losing out, right up the pitch, and it was just a long ball forward, nodded on, and then played through. It was a good turn from their player and a good shot. Dorber was never going to get there. And Gilchrist not having a very good game at the moment. I think we may sacrifice Robinson and bring on another striker. Bring Lawson on to play up front alongside Gilchrist, and go with a similar formation, which actually is the exact same formation I was playing at FC United that saved us from relegation, and see if that helps. See if we can grab a winning goal. I didn't really want to have to bring off Robinson because he was playing well, but he was on a yellow card, and we can't risk going down to 10 men. A draw would see us drop down to 11th place and be 6 points off the playoffs. So we really need a win to stay in contact with the playoffs. We've got another highlight now. Fagbola wins the ball back in defence, but we lose out again straight away, and we are defending. They're hitting us on the counter again, and we were lucky not to concede a goal there. I'm going to drop us back onto counter because we're absorbing a lot of pressure. We've got a corner now. Makaka with the long shot that goes over the bar. We've only got less than 10 minutes to go now, and I'm going to make some more substitutions because we're getting close to the end of the game. I'm going to bring off Gary Jones, and I'm going to bring on James Weslowski, and I'm going to bring off Nelson because he's knackered. We're going to bring on Obeng for him. Not very attacking changes, I know, but I'd rather see this out for a draw than lose, and we are taking a lot of pressure at the moment. We're in stoppage time now. Gilchrist through on goal. Can he score? He's hit the post. That was his chance. He's played a lot better since we brought on Lawson to play alongside him. And that was his chance. That's the best opportunity he's had all game, and it has finished 1-1. We had 18 shots, 4 on target. We were very wasteful of our shooting today. I think some shooting training is going to be in order very soon. Blackford with the only goal on his debut for us. But Gilchrist couldn't put us ahead. And we'll see where that leaves us in the table. That leaves us still in 10th place, but now 6 points off of the playoffs. Southport did miss Gilchrist in their game, only drawing 1-1 to Blythe. We'll have a look where we're going to come back. We've not got that many games left now. We've only got 9 games left. So we'll probably play these 4, come back for the Nuneaton and Darlington game. In fact, no, we'll go right through to the end of the season. We'll come back for the Salford and Telford games at the end of the season, see where we're going to be. Hopefully, we can qualify for the playoffs and maybe even get promoted at the first time of asking. But if you like that, please give it a big thumbs up. Smash that like button for me. Don't forget, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe. And if you have already subscribed, don't forget, click on that little bell icon next to the subscribe button to be notified every time I upload. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter at WeaselGamer TV for both of those. And thank you very much for watching.